Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Welcome to the show. We're so glad you're here today. We've been asked this question a ton, so we decided to do a podcast for it. Can you get financial aid if you're doing online courses? Let's take a look at it. So the traditional college experience might not be for everybody. Many universities offering online coursework opportunities. I'm sure you've seen plenty of advertisements for online stuff. You might find an ideal educational option for your situation. But if you're planning, to use financial aid or student loans to cover the costs, you need to choose a school that can accept that form of payment. Unfortunately, not all online courses can be paid for with student loans or even financial aid. So let's take a very close look at how you can find online schools that do accept financial aid. Here's how to find FAFSA-approved online courses. If you want to use federal financial aid to cover your online school costs, it must meet the eligibility criteria determined by the FAFSA. In order to accept federal funding, one of the many requirements is that the school must be accredited by an independent U.S. Department of Education agency. Phew, that sounds important. Essentially, this means that the online school will need to meet minimum academic standards. The reason behind this, and it is a good one, is the fact that some online colleges are considered unsavory diploma mills. Ew. So a diploma mill grants degrees with little or no effort on the part of the student. Without accruing the appropriate skills, these predatory degree programs leave students unprepared for the workforce. Of course, not all schools that lack accreditation offer these predatory programs. It does mean that you won't have access to federal financial aid, though. Schools that are eligible for federal financial aid and federal student loan programs are Title IV schools. With around 6,000 to choose from, this requirement shouldn't limit your search too much. As you do consider schools, though, check to see if it's on the list of Title IV schools. Additionally, you can check out the accreditation of the school, or lack thereof, by searching the database of accredited post-secondary institutions and programs, or DAPIP. That's so catchy. Now let's take a look at some online schools that actually do qualify for FAFSA. Due to the global pandemic, a lot of traditional college campuses have started to offer more online learning opportunities. Thanks, guys. Here's a look at some of the popular online schools that do qualify for FAFSA funding. American Public University. Programs include business administration, criminal justice, health studies, sports and health sciences, cybersecurity, environment science, and psychology. I'm just going to touch on about two more. Another one you can try is the University of Phoenix. This online school is very popular. You'll find over 100 degree programs to help you pursue a career in over 300 occupations. Purdue University Global, another well-known college offering an online learning opportunity for business, human services, health sciences, nursing, and a whole lot more. And that's just a few. This is not by any means a comprehensive list, because that would be very boring in a podcast, but it's a good place to start. You can start your search based on the degree program that you're seeking, and then from there, just kind of narrow your options to FAFSA-approved schools if you plan to use financial aid. And here are some online schools that don't qualify for FAFSA. Not all online schools, of course, are going to qualify. In some cases, this lack of accreditation makes the school a shady operation. But in some fields of study, the lack of accreditation really isn't a red flag at all. You'll need to do individual research on the schools you are considering to ensure you've found a good fit for your educational needs and career goals. Here's a look at some schools that won't qualify for federal financial aid or federal student loans. Columbus University, Ashworth College, online courses through Teachable, Coursera, or Udemy. None of those are going to qualify either. So just take some time to consider all of your options before jumping into any degree program. You're going to want to make sure that you're obtaining the skills you need, of course, but you also want to make sure that employers will take your degree seriously. the right accreditation or licensing opportunities can go a long way on your resume. Finally, you want to make sure the degree program fits your budget. If you're relying on federal aid or student loans, a FAFSA-approved choice is the way to go. Here's how to apply for financial aid. If you're enrolling in a degree program, filling out the FAFSA is a critical step. Although not required by every single school, skipping the FAFSA could mean turning down a considerable amount of financial aid. When you do fill out the FAFSA, you maximize your chances of receiving federal grants. Any grants can help you lower college costs and ultimately minimize your student loan debt burden. You can take a look at our full guide to filling out your FAFSA today. You can find that link at thecollegeinvestor.com inside this article with the exact same title of the podcast. How easy is that? Here's the bottom line. After all that said, you can get financial aid and student loans for some online courses. But not all online courses are eligible for this opportunity. You just have to do your research about the degree programs you're considering to ensure you find the right college for your needs. And that's our show for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was a quick one. A lot of info packed into it, though. If you have any questions, you want to find out more, dig a little bit deeper into this, you can see everything you need to know at thecollegeinvestor.com. Again, you can just copy and paste the title of this podcast right into the search bar, and you'll find everything you need to know. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll talk to you again real soon.